Morning, everybody. 8:10 a.m., October 25th. Welcome to my channel. So, this market, right? So, yesterday we had an inside day, inside the previous day's session. Um, we held the month to day anchor VWAP in the ES at 58.27. Okay, market tried to go down, it couldn't go farther down, and now we're back up. Now we're starting to get back up into range, okay, into the breakout below level. So possibly we could get a nice push up today. Possibly. Okay. Apple had some negative news. Tesla's down. Apple's recovering from that negative news of sales falling in China. Um, but we have to see. We have to see. Now, in overall picture, that's why I put in um, my card, I guess you call it my YouTube card for the channel, was we're still inside QQQ and the SPY's last week's range. So despite the sell-off, we're really nothing's happened. And remember, elections looming. I don't want to hold the bag, so that continues to be the theme. Continues to be the theme. So even onto the upside, we would go up. It wouldn't last that long, and then we'd come back down. Right. So now we're doing the other thing. So that's what's going on today. All right. Now, without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use market profile and volume profile to find structure in these markets, along with gamma exposure levels, supply and demand, the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day. That is my edge. That's how I find structure. That is how I make my trade plans. Okay. Hopefully you guys join me every day at 8 a.m. 8:10 a.m. Have a cup of coffee, have a cup of tea. You get the 411 from your boy. I'll give you what happened yesterday, a recap. I'll tell you what's going on this morning. Go over news, economic calendar, if there's earnings that are important, upgrades, downgrades. We go over daily charts. Then we go to the main event around 8:30 a.m. That's the ES and NASDAQ futures analysis, right? And we get a blueprint for the long and trade short scenarios that I will look for when the market opens. Okay, and once that market opens, there's new data, right? I use market internals, okay, to tell me alongside my blueprint, right? And then I put a trade on depending on if I see this setup I want to see. Okay. Now, if you do enjoy my content, I would appreciate if you guys smash the like button. Okay. And like I said before, when I still owe you guys a couple trading videos. Uh, just to get a little thing, I went on vacation earlier in the month, and then I switched. I'm back to trading futures again, so I made a switch. And on top of that, in the middle of this month, the way I get gamma levels, that server disappeared on me. So that's an integral part of how I trade. And all was it last week? All last week, when I never did Python before in my life, um, I was able to code it, create an app for myself. Now I can generate gamma levels on my own using an API. So that's a pretty cool feat. So now I have my own app for generating gamma levels, so which is even better than what I did before. So it was a blessing in disguise. And my computer's been going out on me. So not the easiest month of October for me. Okay. Anyway, I still owe you guys video. Okay. Still owe you guys videos, and of course, you can check out my past trading videos, which are educational. I post them on my X account, which is at Gonzo719. Also, you can check out my YouTube shorts, and you can check out my TikTok. That's Gonzo719 Trader. Okay. So hopefully you guys check those out, and hopefully uh, I'm getting a new motherboard for my computer, so my computer's still on life support here. And that's a whole nother thing. It was accidentally shipped to my old home, and then I had to reroute it, so now it's delayed the motherboard. So now, like, I gotta wait till next week, which I'm not too excited about. I was hoping to put that motherboard in this weekend. But anyway, let's get into the futures watch list here. Enough about me. All right, let's talk about futures. Boom. All right, here we go. Futures watch list. Now I am eyeing crude. What is it, making a move on me already? Because the last I saw, I have to look at it again, but it's up 1%. Okay, I'm really eyeing crude like a long, hoping to get the pullback maybe today. Okay, so crude up 1%. All right, it's basically an ultimate balance, so that I expect a big move to happen soon. Okay, Nasdaq's up 0.43, ES up 0.32, Ether's up 0.31, Russell's up 0.28. The Dow is up 0.23. The dollar's pretty much flat, but up 0.05. 30-year bonds are pretty much flat, slightly down. 10-year yields still holding strong. They're pretty much flat, down 0.07%. Bitcoin's down 0.14, so a lot of like a muted action this morning. Gold's down 0.43, silver's down 1.01%. The VIX is down 1.47%. Okay, so the VIX is down 1.47%. Still at 18 VIX. Remember, election still in our sights. Okay, now let's move over here to Mag 7 Plus. And who's leading here? We got Broadcom leading. Now, I did see some Taiwan semiconductor news earlier. So Broadcom's up 1.4% and 1.40%. AMD's up 1%. Meta's up. I saw Meta got a price upgrade or price raised, target raised price. Okay. Amazon is up 0.68, Nvidia's up 0.53, Google's up 0.48. All right. Now, the laggard here, Apple down 0.43. It was down more over a percentage earlier with the China sales falling. All right. Tesla is down 1.28. Maybe some profit taking. It's just made a big move. Okay. Just made a big move. That rounds out our Mag 7 Plus. Let's go over to the top sector stocks here. Salesforce leading the pack, up 1.11%, followed by Qualcomm, a semi. Uber, I believe, just got an upgrade or a price target raise. Morgan Stanley, United Healthcare's up. Eli Lilly's up. All right, now, laggard in this list is only McDonald's. Remember, they have that E. coli breakout in their quarter pounders. Took a dip, but got bought up a little bit. We'll see what goes on there. Now we have a swing trade list. Look at that. There we go. Western Digital, I believe, reported earnings. They're up 14.04%. All right, followed by Skechers, up 7.84%. Followed by ONON, up 4.22%. SoFi up 3.84%. Crocs. So Crocs and Skechers, obviously footwear, up 3.08. I think this is Capital One, up 2.44. Bob is up 1.94. Viking Therapeutics up 1.61. DFS is Discover Financials up 1.54. Oh, look at that. Five Below up 1.47. Micron up 1.39. Toll Brothers, I believe, got an upgrade today. Roku's up 1.3. Donald Trump up 1.32. Supermicro Computers is up 1.25. Taiwan Semiconductors is up 1.12, and then Lulu up 1%. So those are the leaders today. Laggards, we have not a lot of laggards here. I believe this is Edward. I want to say it's Edward Life Sciences. I could be wrong about that. They are down 1.21, and then really IBM, Gold. They're not down much. There's not even worth speaking about these laggards. Okay, so we will go back to top sectors, and we'll go to the guts. The guts of the market, folks. And who's leading that pack? Semiconductors up 0.67%, followed by real estate up 0.56%, followed by technology up 0.47%, followed by financials up 0.32%. There's not a laggard on this board here, folks. Not a laggard. Okay, that wraps up the watch lists. Okay, let's go over to economic calendar today. Let's see what we have. Today, all we care about, durable goods is at 8:30. That's probably not going to move markets. 10 a.m. Michigan consumer sentiment. So that tends to move markets a little bit. So, if I see some nice setup, around 9:35 to 9:50, I will probably take it and then deal with the 10 a.m. But if I don't have anything, I'll wait till that dust to settle. Now, let's go to some news. Let's see if this has any different news here before I go anywhere. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty. So Apple stock fell 0.8% after sales of the tech giant's flagship iPhone dipped by 0.3% in the third quarter in China, while rival Huawei's devices spiked by 42%, underlining the fierce competition in the world's biggest smartphone market. All right. Western Digital stock rose 11% after the memory chip maker swung to a quarterly profit, buoyed by soaring sales in its cloud business. Interesting. I did see this Capri Holdings stock slumped 46% after a judge blocked the $8.5 billion merger between the parent company of Michael Kors and Jimmy Choo and Coach owner Tapestry, which gained 50%. Interesting. All right, New York Community Bank Corp stock fell 3.9 after the regional lender reported a loss for the third quarter. So that's not good for regional banks. All right. Let's see. Auto. Yeah, we can get out of that. Let's go into more news here. Let's see what else here. McDonald's E. coli crisis reveals why vegetable contamination is a harder problem than beef. We talked about the Apple. We talked about then we got health insurer Centene beats profit targets. All right, now we're going into Capital One. Company reported a 1.6 increase in the third quarter profit on Thursday. That's why they're up. What else here? Here's Edward Life Sciences. They were down, I believe. Company on Thursday forecast fourth quarter sales below Wall Street estimate. That's where they're down. What else here? Let's see. Las Vegas Sands, a casino operator, plans to invest $8 billion in Singapore to expand its Marina Bay Sands resort. What else here? We talked about Western Digital. Talked about Apple. Talked about that. All right, Capital One raises target price 160 from 150. All right, Honeywell, JP Morgan cuts target price from 233 to 233 from 235. All right, I think that's about it there. The juice. Let's see if the juice gave us anything today. Not really. That 10-year yield still becomes a thing. We can go to upgrades, downgrades. Let's refresh this here. Upgrades. Let's see here. Toll Brothers. There's the upgrade I talked about. Downgrades. We have Apple. That's the key one. Apple got a downgrade. Current price is 230.50. It's down to 200 price target from sector weight to underweight. Okay. Bristol Myers Squibb got downgraded. Beyond got downgraded. Honeywell downgraded. We talked about Kraft Heinz downgraded. Newmont downgraded. Boston Beer, SAM, ticker SAM, downgraded. T-Mobile, downgraded. All right, that's the downgrades today. Initiations today, let's see here. Lyft initiated a hold. Uber initiated a hold. All right, price targets. Let's see if this list is a little better. It was better yesterday. Let's see, Target raised. Let's do those first. American Airlines target raised from 9 to 10. Datadog from 132 to 135. Lending Club target raised from 16 to 19. All right, let's go lowered. Beyond target lowered. Capri target lowered. Valero Energy target lowered. All right, that does it there. And I think in the earnings, we don't really have to talk about next week's earnings. I believe I have some more heavyweights in it. All right. Let's move over to daily charts here, folks. Not sure who's with us today. Rosita. We got G-Man maybe. Haven't seen K-Trader. Haven't seen Pancake. Haven't seen Mohammed. Haven't seen Luis in a while. Maybe they're just in hiding. Had a nice little crew going for a little bit. That's okay. So let's look at the daily charts. G-Man, there he is. All right. Good morning, G-Man. All right, so let's look at this daily charts together. All right, let's get right in here. And we know the orange levels on my charts are last week's range. So yesterday, hit the 20-day moving average again, got bought up, pretty much came up to the 9 EMA daily, and inside last week's range. All right, so we broke lower. Now we went into the bottom of that pretty much range yesterday, closed there. All right, so like I said, this was a quick sell-off to this trend line to last month's highs. Okay, like I said, who wants to be holding bag before an election? Nobody. Right? What are we at now? 581.12. Let's just say it's 581.12. We are gapping up, folks. We are gapping up this morning. Let's look at the live book of futures. We're right up here. We're right up towards the highs of the 24-hour session of yesterday. That is what the futures are doing. So we push down right now. Like I said, this still would be a lookable below and fail. Well, we got higher low, higher low, higher low, and now let's see if we can go up to the other side of balance here around 59.17. All right, let's look at the Qs. Here's our Qs. What did the Qs do yesterday? Look at that. Now they also, the Nasdaq and ES pushed right off their month-to-date anchored VWAP, as well as the 20-day simple moving average. So that's some confluence there. Okay. Again, this is last week's lows right there. We're inside last week's range. Now check this out. In the Qs, when you went boom, you closed right at the bottom of these two candles where you broke the lows here, right? Closed right at that 9 EMA daily. Now, where are we at now? 494.40, let's call it 494.40, which brings us all the way up to here. Gapping up above yesterday's highs. Okay, now can this reach all the way back up to, let's say, 498, 49 maybe? Okay, because this would be a look below and fail as well. Balance rules say we go to the other side of balance. Let's see if that works out. Let's look at the live book of futures. Here we go. Dip down inside last week's range, inside the orange, right? There's last month's highs. And let's see if in futures we can possibly go up to 206 or 206.62. Okay. One time framing here, lower high, lower high, lower high. So no selling here. All right. These sellers do not have any footing at all. All right, that is your daily charts. Let's move on to triple-headed monster, and that 10-year yield. That's kind of surprising a lot of people. Holding that 200-day moving average, 10-year yield. Holding it, holding it, holding it. Interesting, right? Very interesting. This 10-year yield. Triple-headed monster here. So can it go up to 4.288? That's a pretty decent resistance. Or does it fall below the 200-day moving average? We don't know, right? Remember, the Fed is cutting. So people sold, right? Look at this move down when you knew the cuts were coming. And then boom, once we got the cuts, look what happened. So do we roll back over? I think we most likely probably do with cuts. Okay, but not really know where for sure where that will start to reverse, right? Let's look at the dollar here. The dollar, same thing, sitting above the 200-day moving average, right? You got resistance right here, 104.64. What is the dollar gonna do? It's starting to be in a little bit of a range, right? Holding above last week's range. Just have to see, right? Now let's look at the VIX. We're looking at VIX. In this range, in this VIX, right? That's expected before the election. We're at an 18 VIX. I don't think there's much to talk about this VIX. All right, that's where we're at. That's your triple-headed. Let's move on to the main event and market profile, volume profile. Boom. There we are. And a couple things to note here. So we're going to look at structure. Let's get my little happy little marker out of here. Alrighty. And let's look at structure. Okay, so we got this was the low put in the other day. So we have excess now. Now value starting here. And now the most traded price of the week is here at 58.50. So the market did happen to bring down the most traded price of the week. Okay. But we have multiple distributions here. So this is the value area right here, the highlighted. And then we have the rest of this move up. What it's looking like to me, folks, is balance. All right. This is balance again. And just look at what we did yesterday, right? What did we do? So yesterday, I was talking about this most traded price would probably go here, and it did. And yesterday we opened here. Pretty much that yesterday's opening was horrendous. What price action was horrible. So let's look at it real quick. Right here, we can make this even look better here, like this. All right. So in yesterday, it was just chop, and then finally broke lower. Where did we go, folks? Month to date anchored VWAP. Right here, we touched it, we bounced, came back, and then that was it. We went all the way back, chop, 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 closed up here. Okay, that's what we did yesterday. Bouncing right off that month to date anchor VWAP. Okay. All right, so you can see a very bullish imbalance to this profile, right? Didn't have a lot of excess to the top. So usually this has to be corrected, right? That's showing you can't go high, can't go lower. Very thin, and then a lot of distribution up top. And what happened was it held the most traded price of the week. And guess what? Price is here, gapping up above this level. And here is this line is basically the balance lows that it broke. So we're right there. All right. So what are some key levels? All right. Right here. 58.50 is your most traded price of the week. It's the most traded price of yesterday. You got demand zone here. You got the overnight low here. Even got value area low yesterday. This area right here with the demand. All right. If this holds, okay, and you get a quick correction off the open. If it holds, yeah, I want to be long. Okay. Because we already said we can't go lower. Now, like I said, if this holds, that means we can't go lower. Okay, we can't go lower. Now look here. This is the week-to-date VWAP. It's green. Month-to-date VWAP is green. So buyers for right now are in control this week. And think about that. They're in control of this week right here. That's only a little bit, though. Once it dips below, this will be red again. But I'm just saying, for right now, they took back control of the week, took back control of the month. That's how you read that. Okay? That's how you read that. So like I said, 58.44 and that 58.49 or 58.50, that's the key level for the bulls to defend. Okay? Now, we have this like 58.70 to 58.74 area. Need to bust in there, right? And what I think is going to happen is all these shorts here, once you start pushing into here, are going to cover, and it could fuel us to go to that 58.15. Okay, 58.15. You got a little weak high here, 58.70. Could be a breakout level. Not break, break out into balance, and then, like I said, go to the other side. That look below and fail. That look below and fail. Now, inventory is very balanced here. All right, so we do have a gap right there, 58.75. Okay, little gap right now happening, little baby gap. Now, gap rules. Number one, gap and go. Miss bullish. Number two, failure to fill the gap, but then go higher. Okay, number three, fill the gap, go higher. And then number four is a little weaker. Buyers aren't as strong, is you go back into yesterday's range. Right? Doesn't mean that that's not bullish, like I said, because in here I'd be interested in longs, but just giving you how I look at gaps. There we go, folks. All right, now let's look at our scenarios. Oh boy, that stinks. That stinks. I just got rid of my scenario thing. Hold on a second. I'm going to put something up here for a sec. Give me a second here. That is annoying, boy. Give me one sec. Well, I just changed this. What a pain in the butt that was. All right, so let's do it again. Give me a sec here, folks. I'm sorry. Apologize. All right, never mind. I'm not going to put those scenarios up. Or maybe I will. Just give me a second here. Give me one second. I apologize. This is giving me a little problem here. All right, forget it. All right, anyway, let's go into scenarios. I'll fix that later. Sorry about that. All right, let's get right into scenarios. All right, so what I want to see here, we got gap fill here. All right, gap fill here, anchored weekly day anchor VWAP here. We're still in supply right here. Okay, now 58.70 is a week high. Okay, what could happen is we could push up, break that, then get a little correction, and this is where weekly day VWAP can come into play, or the gap fill, right? So gap fill can definitely make us then go into this balance area, like the old balance area. And then you just have to see if we can push up here to about 59.15. And if you break that, you go a little higher. Okay. Other thing I could see, push up, come back down, and then test this weak area here. Got big demand zone here. Most traded price of the week, most traded price of yesterday. Overnight low. You know, even if it did this and recovered, boom, 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 I want to be long to go to the local below and fail. All right, that's the scenarios for the bulls. All right, let's go over the bears short scenario. All right, so we're in supply. We got a weak high here on 58.70. You just want to defend it. Sellers need to step up. You got supply here and supply here. So there is overhead supply here. Okay. So what could happen? We could definitely come up, break through that 58. This is the inverse, right? Come through, and you are definitely going to want to take some off here at the gap fill, and then you're going to want to test this big demand zone and level. All right, now remember, this is for sellers. If you come down here and you break this and you start to hold, you have very thin volume here. Okay, you could come down and possibly test. Got month-to-day anchor V up here again, but you could test yesterday's lows. Right? If you get really spooked, you go all the way back down to the lows of the other day. 58.81, there's demand here. Okay? Am I a fan of being excited to short here? Probably not. I'm more on the bullish side. But this is part of the scenario. Okay? That is right there. Yes. All right. Moving on to the NASDAQ. Okay, let's look at the NASDAQ together. Now the NASDAQ is already pushing to the other side of that balance. Okay, very different picture here. It's relatively stronger in structure than the ES. Okay, now look, yesterday, again, what did I say? Month-to-day anchor VWAP right here, came right down, touched it. Also, what did we touch? Yesterday's close and the overnight low perfectly bounced right off of it, right? Now, they'd also moved the most traded price of the week here. That's at around 203.45. Okay. Profile here, you got that long extension here, and then, pretty like a balanced profile. Okay. Now, we are crossing major levels here. So we're in ultimate balance, folks. Remember, we came down low from balance rules, right? Push down, did not get follow through. This is a look below and fail. Now you should go to the other end of balance. You're already on your way there. These shorts are going to cover, and this could fuel the move. Okay, so the NASDAQ is already ahead of the game. It's already ahead of the game. Okay, now our key level here is beautiful. Overnight low in the most traded price of the week here. That's your 203.45 level. Got demand here as well. Now, you're going to push right into supply here. And I just don't like that you're in the middle of this balance. I just don't like that you're there. Okay. That's why I'm favoring ES, because ES has a chance to follow this. Okay. So we're gapping up, right? So the gap lines right up with this demand zone. So we already talked about gap rules, don't need to see it. So what I would like to see actually, push a little up, hit this naked VPOC, come back down, and see if we can test the gap or this demand, and then you just push off, right? Let's see. You go below this level, I would say that's bearish for the NASDAQ. Okay. So with that being said, why don't we just get right into scenarios here, and maybe I can show that here. Let's see here. There we go. That's working, even though I messed up the other one. All right. Very easy today. Okay, and I'm going to talk right here about the long. Now this is also a key level here. This is the most traded price of the month here. I didn't mention that. That's around 204.35. Okay. It could also hold that level. You do have some volume right here. So, but this supply, I wouldn't want to long into this supply. All right. So we have our gap fill in our demand zone and our most traded price of the week. This area holds. Yeah, I want to get long if there's a correction. If there's a correction. Okay. So this supply, let's say this holds, comes back into this high volume node. This could act as support. Boom, boom, boom. And then you get that look below and fail. Other side of balance rules happen. So pullback also can happen right to the gap fill. And it can play some games here. Now you can get right into this demand and gap fill and push up. Or you can do like a little bear trap, come all the way down, boom, boom, bounce, and start holding, and you can make your way. Hopefully this happens because it's Friday. Friday usually sucks after like 11:30. So we just have to see. Okay. And remember, look below and fail, balance rules. You go to the other side of balance. The other side of balance is around 206.02, 206. Okay. You got a big supply zone up there. All right. Short side. Short side. Short side. Now, this is a little more difficult. Okay. Because like I said, above here you're bullish. But you always got to talk about it, right? So big level here. Supply, we're in supply right now. Okay. So, and we're gapping up. So what I would like to see, if I'm want to be short, push up here, and really would want to see us come through here and start to hold. Now, I'm still not a fan of this, but this could happen, and you can push down right into this level. Okay. Now, if the market is weak and you break this, and now you need to find acceptance below, you got a weak low here at 202.60 right there. Got the close, an RTH, an overnight low, and an RTH low. That is weak. It's a weak low. Come up here, you could really take that out, and really could test those lows from the other day's sell-off. That I don't think is very highly likely, but all of a sudden, if we get spooked by something, that could happen. Okay, that's probably the only thing I'm looking at. All right, that will do it for me today, folks. Sorry for the little hiccup with my graphics not working. That was actually my fault. Okay, so that's it, folks. We got our plans. Got our plans. I hope everybody enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Smash that like button. All right. Hope you did. All right. So we got our plan. I think it's a pretty good one. The Nasdaq's ahead, so it's leading the dance right now, which is okay. Yes, S&P 500 can follow it. I like that structure. It's you got more room to the upside because right now it's still going up. The Nasdaq. Apple's only down 0.38%. It was down over a percent earlier. So in semis, real estate is leading, and technology right now. So you got heavyweights leading. There's nothing red. Like I said, remember to look below and fail. Bounce rules. All right, bounce rules. So hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking to get up to 200 subs. So please subscribe, set an alert if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. So coming into the weekend, right? Coming into the weekend. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I mean, the weather in here in Jersey has been really beautiful lately, and it's October, so really beautiful. And there you go. Stay green. Exactly. And remember, no trade's a trade. Just be patient. Follow your game plan or our game plan. All right. This market's been nuts. Hope everybody has a great day. And I'll see everybody on Monday. Hopefully next Wednesday, I have my new motherboard in and I won't have to worry about this friggin' blue screen of death happening to me. All right. Take it easy, everybody.